Welcome everybody to a new live stream of Flower Circus. Today we have a very special speaker. We have Sarah Dikker. She is one of the people who have the new initiative with Flowers4oxygen. I think it's a great new initiative and I want to know all about it and hopefully we can learn something from it as well. So Sarah, welcome in our live stream. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's great, and I'm always, or we are always willing to share such good initiatives, yeah, to give the flower sales and the plant sales a positive boost, especially in this period.
Yes, of course. It's a crazy period, though.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
really strange.
Yeah.
Before we start talk about Flowers4oxygen, can you tell a little bit more about yourself? A lot of people, of course, already know you, but
Oh well, I don't know. Well, I'm Sarah. You told them already. I'm from Holland. I love flowers. I always worked with flowers. My parents really teach me how to love the nature. I love plants and flowers,
yeah,
and how they bloom, and how they have a positive thing in your life. So for me, it's a really natural thing, I guess.
yeah,
And that's always something that I have in mind if I creating something with flowers, that I always want to have some of an emotion from
yeah,
people. I create really big flower installations in for instance, India with the weddings, or in Holland with the big events that I
yeah,
do. But also little things like television I do
yeah.
a lot, just to have all, and it's always about the positive thing about flowers, about color, about having those flowers and plants close to you.
Yeah, and the passion of the flowers and the industry, I think
Yes,
as
of
well.
course, of course. Well, I see. I'll come a lot to different kinds of growers in the scene, and I see all the passion that they have about flowers. And certainly, when you see a very special species,
Yeah,
a very very special color, and then they tell me with why do they make it, and how it is possible to make that kind of flower, because it's such an amazing experience when the grower tells about that special product. It's so inspiring for me, because I feel very special that I can use those products.
yeah. There's a story. A lot of people don't know how long it will take to make a new flower, or how long it will take to grow a flower or a plant.
Yeah, sometimes it's like they thought about it like 10 years ago, and then now it's at the market, and then now you can buy it and place it on your own kitchen table. So it's not it's in Holland we are very pleased with all the very very beautiful flowers and the big variety of flowers.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's especially in this time, it's a good time for the growers, the wholesalers, the florists to bring back the passion and tell more about where flowers come from. I mean, I also meet a lot of growers, and if I see the passion in their eyes and they start talking, and
It's
some
amazing.
can't even stop talking.
Yeah, that's amazing though, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
amazing, and I think if I look at their website or on their social media, I miss that part.
Yeah, they really have to talk more about their passion, because it's there, that you have to just show people what you do, and what an amazing time you have to really grow that amazing flower, because they really have that eager to really see the plant and to know what to do about it. And
Yeah,
also, I think it's always strange, because they like five years ago they were like, oh, let's do that color, or let's do that plant, and then now they have to sell it to the market. So
yeah.
they have like a special something they know, and then it's there, and they want to sell it, and then it's the passion that I feel always when I'm there also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I think it's now it's a good period, or of course it's a difficult period, but it should be a good period to think of how to present your company with all the passion and everything online to the people.
Yes, yeah. Because everybody is at home right now,
Yeah,
and everybody is surfing online and want to have, that special. It's just crazy time, and you know what plants and flowers do? They will cheer you up a little bit, I guess.
yeah, yeah. They help, and
They do.
that's what you see now as well. A lot of people in Holland are getting flowers into their homes, or when they are working at home, their bosses or their companies send them flowers as well to
Yeah,
cheer them up.
that's such a positive feeling, and also the plants, they have just like a very positive way of showing the greens and growing, and they have that power.
Yeah,
It's just enlightening you or something. I don't know, it's very special though.
yeah. So tell us more about Flowers for Oxygen. How did it start?
Oh well, every good initiative or every good idea starts, very simple. And this is one of those ideas that started very simple. That we were talking, three of us, three friends of mine, Karin and Alex, and we had like, we have to do something. We have to do something in this very crazy situation just to have that positive vibe on the
Yeah,
internet. You have to create something with flowers and plants because that can be very empowering for people. So we thought, well, maybe we have to do something big,
yeah,
just to get people the strength back to do something, because that's so important. Just don't sit down. I'm not the person that will sit down and go in 3 months do nothing. No, you have to do something. And
yeah,
we were like, okay, let's start Flowers for Oxygen,
yeah,
because flowers will bring you love and happiness and freedom. And I think that's the beautiful way that plants and flowers will always be so important. So we really want to know, we really want to have the flower business and uh, everything that's around plants and flowers blooming right now, because people need it.
yeah,
They really need
yeah.
it.
And yeah, in the beginning, of course, everybody was in shock. A lot of flowers were thrown away, and we all seen the pictures. But I think we have to change that, and
Uh,
you did it in
it
a great way, showing it in a positive way now.
Well, I was really heartbroken when I saw it, and that was actually the point of view that I was like, okay, we really have to do something, because I felt so emotional to see all those negative things, and I was
Yeah,
like, you can switch that in a positive way. So then we were thinking, maybe we can do something with the flowers, and create really big lungs. And if I say big, I mean really big.
yeah, yeah,
So so we were asking the Keukenhof. That's a very big garden in Holland. A lot of people know, it's very well known.
yeah,
And they provide us their it's a parking space that we used for this. And
yeah,
it's you have the pictures, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. I will show
do you
some
want to
pictures.
show, or
Yeah, I will first show that you were working yourself there as
oh yeah,
well.
well, that's me. Hi. Yes, I'm. Well, actually, this is a flower, the Gerbera daisy. That's really, I'm loving this kind of species. Why? Because it's such a vibrant color, and you now, well, they you have them in a really really a lot of colors.
Yeah,
So when you're building this big kind of arrangement, you really need a lot of flowers.
just to give us an idea, I will show when you were building it.
Oh my God, there it is.
Yeah, just for our idea, how big was it? How many meters? How many square meters? Do you know?
It was 100 square meters.
100 square meters. Wow, that
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I think we used like 150,000 stems of flowers
Yeah.
and 35,000 plants.
Wow, that's an enormous amount. And
Yeah,
how did you get the flowers?
sorry.
How did you get the flowers? Were there growers involved or
Yeah,
export?
when you do such a big event, you need like co-workers. You need a big group of people that are all showing their hearts for the floral industry.
Yeah,
So, and we were there with three of us, but now we are with like 30 people, and we were just like, we need a lot of people also in the industry because we need flowers, of course. So the vendors, they gave us a lot of flowers because, yeah, without them, it's not possible. No.
okay. You were a little bit shy when you said about how many square meters it was. I see in the comments that it was more than, or it was
Oh,
two,
thousands. Yeah.
2,250 square
2,000.
meters.
Yeah, shoot. I know.
So you
I
only
said
counted
it
one
wrong,
long, I
right?
think. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, well. Sorry,
Yeah.
stupid me. That's the blonde hair, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was the first kickoff of Flowers for Oxygen. Are there more projects following, or are there new things going to happen?
Yeah, well, we just the Flowers for Oxygen is an organization. We set up a really big organization, and we just want to have a very positive note in the world. So we
Yeah,
were like, maybe we can just inspire other people to just make other lungs. So this is also something that you can do, or your listeners can do. Just build lungs, and doesn't have to be that big as that we did, but they can be much smaller. So
yeah,
if you paint, if you model with clay, or do you have something else that you can create lungs with, please, and share that with us, because we really like to have more colorful power images on the internet, because that will make you cheer up. And
yeah,
now we with the organization, we want to build a lot more lungs in Holland, in because we think it's really nice to have more lungs and to work with more flowers and to just have more power. And then we are busy to ask some really famous artists to
yeah,
sing with the lungs. And we also sell flowers on the internet. And then a lot of the money goes to the lung funds.
yeah,
So that funds will give money to hospitals. So that's, for us, is also very important, that we are collecting money for the really ill and sick people.
yeah. Yeah, and especially because of the coronavirus or the COVID-19 is affecting your lungs, of course. That's why you choose the
Yeah,
lungs.
yeah, of course, yeah, and yeah, that
Yeah,
must be clear. Yeah, and the lung funds is really doing research.
yeah,
So they really need a lot of money to provide more research to help people that already sick, or people that have corona and need to have a cure.
yeah. And how can people join this? They can use, of course, the hashtags or the hashtag
Yeah,
Flowers for Oxygen.
yes, and then you have to spell it flowers, and then the four of the not
Yeah,
four, but four with the, yeah. Can you show it or no?
yeah. Look, there's visit
Yeah,
flowersforoxygen.com.
yeah, you can. We have Instagram and a Facebook, so you can just log on and just follow us, because we share a lot of really amazing pictures. And they made already a lot of really big lungs, really creative lungs, really nice people that are showing their creativity by gluing flowers on the body. So it's
Yeah,
really nice to see all the pictures. Yes.
yeah. So it's yeah, it's a positive way of getting to through this. yeah, difficult period, I think.
Yeah, and of course, flowers and plants can help you a bit, but of course, it's a hard time. And if you're ill, if you know people that are ill of suffering from corona, it's crazy. It's so yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
crazy time.
But in the end, there are a lot of studies that show that if you work with green with plants or with flowers in your room, it affects how you feel. You feel much
Yeah.
better.
Well, I have the whole my home is filled with flowers and plants. I'm never sick though. So
Yeah,
I am a yeah, that's true. Flowers and plants because of the colors, I guess, because you can just bring for outside in. I
yeah,
always talk about that because now you can't go really outside, especially if you don't have like a garden or something. You just sit inside, and then it's very important to surround you with very spring flowers. You have the tulips and the all the different kinds of flowers, and also the green plants, but also the flowering plants. They are just amazing. You can just uh, put your living room full with those plants.
yeah.
Yes, because they really help you. Yeah.
Yeah, they really affect your mood. And I
Yeah.
think as a florist or as a designer, it's always nice to bring your work home. Like with other uh, jobs, it's more difficult or not as nice. But
Yeah, well, flowers and plants are always there, and yeah, and I always bring my work at home, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, like you said, flowers are always there in every big moment in somebody's life. Flowers are there in times to celebrate, but also in times of sorrow. There are flowers.
Yeah, 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 I'm true. They can just tell a story though. They
Yeah,
always tell a story. Yeah. And if you are a good designer, you can tell that story with your design for people. So, and that's what I talked about in the beginning of this conversation, that uh, it always, uh, if you're really true, you can really touch somebody's emotions with flowers or plants, and that's the
yeah,
beauty. That's, I think, that's the beauty of our work, that you
yeah.
can really do that.
It certainly is, and like I also said, it's now the time for the growers as well, and breeders, growers, everybody in the floral industry to tell the story about the flowers because
Yeah,
people are more and more interested in it now. So uh,
show your colors.
yeah,
Show your
that's true.
colors. Yeah, yeah. I'd love to see like the really, Holland is like stuffed with nurseries, and you never see them, and I'm always there, and I'm like really amazed by all those beautiful flowers and the big amount of flowers that are there. We have
Yeah,
such a big industry of flowers. So, just be proud. We are so unbelievably big in flowers, and we just have to be proud,
yeah,
and in like 3 months we can just do it again and just go there and sell them and be happy about it, because the plants and flowers from Holland are really like the best quality colors. I saw some things. It's really really amazing, but
yeah,
yeah, yeah, I can just talk for hours about
yeah.
flowers and plants.
We all can, I
You
think, in the
too, though.
industry. Yeah,
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 yeah. So I think it will be nice if there are also some growers that just can follow flowers for oxygen, and just also create something with flowers, with their own
yeah.
flowers. That'll be fun, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, I want to invite everybody actually to do something with it and share it with the hashtag. And I will show it again. One moment with the hashtag Flowers for Oxygen.
Yes, you have to, because I had so much fun to play around with the flowers and plants that we did to the 2000 square meters. It was just, the feeling that you can do something and just
Yeah,
share your positive thing on the internet to build this amazing artwork. That was really great. So I really have to. I really want to inspire other people to do that too, because you get like really that positive feeling. But
Yeah.
you have to have really personal, that space that you have like that 1.5 meters.
Yeah.
That was really hard to do that, just to
It
work
is.
and do that, because, well, eventually we learned to do that, but it was hard because now you know how you like to cuddle everybody.
Yeah.
That's a really normal thing for me.
Yeah, but it saves lives not to do it at the moment. So yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
we have to do it.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Yeah. The nice thing is that you made a movie as well, how to make the longs. It's on
Yeah.
YouTube, and actually, I want to show it at the end of our live stream as well, so people can see how much work there was involved, how many people there
Oh
were
my
involved.
God. Yeah. Well, actually, we did it with 8 people to build, because otherwise it was not safe.
Yeah,
So it was like 4 or 5 days of work. It was. Um. So yeah, yeah. But we have the time, so we can just really do amazing artwork, and so
yeah,
you can really, with art, you can just inspire people in a positive way.
yeah, it is. And then luckily this time the weather was quite okay in Holland to do it.
It was, sometimes it was crazy because it's raining always here.
Yeah,
It's raining, and suddenly we had like those 6, 7 days, just sun and blue sky. It was just amazing. Yeah.
yeah,
It was windy though, but it was just great. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Uh, do you have something to add?
Well, I hope that I inspired you and your followers and the people that are seeing me now, right now. And I wish you all the best. Be safe, and try to make something with flowers or plants, or with something else. If you have a lot of cars, airplanes, I don't care.
Yeah,
Just create the lungs, and just put it on the internet with the hashtags flowers for oxygen, and
yeah.
you can just inspire other people, and then we can just feel connected to each other, because we need each other right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's we have to support each other, all the
Yes,
growers
we do.
together. It's not about just one grower. It's I think the whole industry has to stay together
Yes,
uh, and
and just
try
be
to get out
powerful.
stronger. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, be powerful, and I'm feeling with them, with the growers, but just be powerful and just get it on.
yeah, yeah. And also for the growers, get on. You've got time now. Use
Yeah,
it wisely. Talk with your customers. Talk about the future,
yeah,
what they see. Maybe you can change something. Maybe you were producing. Too big a flower, so you can change that a bit or talk with your customers.
yeah. Work with each other, and
Yeah,
work also with other growers, I guess, because then you're more powerful.
yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I
And
think it's time to show the movie because it's
woo.
a really nice one.
It is, it is.
Yeah, I
So
wanted to,
people have to get some popcorn and just
yeah.
watch the movie.
I want to thank everybody for watching. On Monday, we will have Kevin van Vliet from Van Vliet in Prague, a wholesaler. Let's see what he has to hear to what he has to say about what he's doing to get through this period and to get out stronger. So hope you will watch us as well on Monday. Okay, let's start the movie. We'll get it here, and we will disappear. So you can see it in a good way. One moment, and I will disappear as well. And have fun watching the movie.